Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we do have a developing severe weather situation in the southern plains that 48 hours is going to move off to the east and give us the first spring severe weather outbreak potential. Meteorological spring does begin on March 1st, so we would say this would be a very early start to the spring severe season, but certainly looks to be in the cards. Today, storms are lifting north through the Texas Panhandle and the western sides of Oklahoma. They're not severe as of yet, but you can see temperatures on the south side of this, on the warm sector of the storm system. They're in the 70s, and that's going to support the opportunity for some severe weather later today. The area in yellow, that's a slight risk for the far eastern Panhandle of Texas and western Oklahoma. The greens, that's going to be your marginal risk. It does get close to the western sides of the metro Oklahoma City area and just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area there in Texas. But this is where the severe weather is today. But coming up, we're to talk about how this progresses off to the east and the severe weather threat will get higher. Now back into the southeast for today. It's a beautiful, cool day in most spots. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous in Florida with temperatures in the 70s. Just a couple of clouds sweeping through portions of Georgia and the Carolinas, but it's dry. Again, temperatures slightly cooler up there through the Tennessee Valley. Winds are somewhat gusty. They're out of the north, but the air is so dry. It's absolutely comfortable. We're going to be hard pressed to get anything more than just a few little light snow showers coming off of the Great Lakes for today. Temperatures are cold in most spots, but the air is so dry, and I'm not expecting there to be a lot in the way of any winter precipitation. Feels like temperatures are at or below zero in a couple of spots of New England, including upstate New York. So it's a chilly day out there, but there's actually a fair amount of sunshine. Now again, south of our storm system developing, there's that warm moisture-laden air coming from the western Gulf. That's going to be a big problem as this system progresses off to the east, because we're going to get a lot of energy with an area of low pressure developing in the southern side of the Intermountain West. Central and the northern plains and the western Great Lakes, temperatures are quite lovely here for early March. Winds are still somewhat gusty. There's still a bit of a fire threat as the air is still relatively bone dry. Temperatures across the Intermountain West and the West Coast aren't bad. It's obviously very area dependent, but we are seeing our next storm system beginning to move into the West Coast. This is turning into some heavier rain across portions of I-5 and the northern sides of California. Obviously, it's going to be some snow for Sierra Nevadas, and some of that snow could be on the heavier side as well. So looking at some of the advisories, you do have right along the immediate coastline of the West Coast, small craft advisories. You're going to have some beach hazard statements. There's your winter weather advisory for places like Mammoth Lakes in the Truckee area and the Sierra Nevadas. Several inches of snow could fall. Watch out for some blowing winds and some very low visibility in some spots. You do have winter storm watches here in portions of Nebraska on the northern side of our developing low, and then you have all of these red flag warnings and the fire weather risk before we really start to see this thing spin up. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you the HRRR model. Now, the biggest threat for severe weather is going to be on Tuesday, March the 4th, as this area pulls out of Oklahoma and into Arklatex and portions of the western side of the Tennessee Valley. These are the areas that we really have to watch out for the opportunity for severe weather. You can see that as we go over the next couple of days, this first system will actually kind of die out, and it's the second one that'll be developing early on Tuesday, March 4th in the eastern sides of Oklahoma with the severe weather risk opportunity. There you see it right there. This is as far out as the HRRR model goes at this point in time, but portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and the northwest sides of Mississippi under the gun for that severe weather threat. Now tomorrow, the risk is going to be in the Oklahoma City metro area. It's a slight risk, or a 2 out of 5 on the scale, but again, strong to severe storms and an isolated tornado is possible across the I-35 corridor of Oklahoma and the northern sides of Texas. And then there's that much higher risk as we get into Tuesday, March 4th, the enhanced risk, again, from Little Rock to Jackson, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana. You have a much broader slight risk of severe storms and even a marginal risk that goes deep into portions of the Midwest. So this is a developing situation. All modes of severe weather are likely with this, including the opportunity for some large, long track tornadoes. So this is a situation I'll be monitoring very closely. If you live in those areas, make sure that you do as well. Now on the back end of this, you can clearly see the spin coming out of the Intermountain West. There's going to be some heavy snowfall, places like Denver, Colorado Springs, some of the higher elevations there. in Colorado, northern sides of Arizona and Utah. This storm system is going to have a punch, not only with the severe weather off towards the south, but you can clearly see that the snow will fly through the central plains and then pull in some colder air through the Great Lakes. So the severe weather risk is certainly a big factor, but this is going to be a large storm with a lot of impacts here in the central or the eastern side of the United States here for the next couple of days. But again, for Tuesday, March 4th, already looking at an enhanced risk of severe storms, including potentially large long-track tornadoes. I'll keep you guys updated. If you want to do me a real quick favor, thank you for liking this video. And if you have not subscribed to Weather Express, I appreciate you considering clicking that subscribe button right now if you want these daily 5-minute forecasts. I'm not going to waste your time. Friends, have a great rest of your day, and I am back tomorrow with the latest 5-minute forecast.